Hey there, and welcome to the Locker Room. Coach Giggs here, and today's message, hard or soft, which are you? Hard or soft, which are you? This is a message for any one of you who is providing leadership, whether at home or at work. Over the past year, my daughter and I have been struggling with her grades. You could say that I was a little soft on her, and as a result, I think it affected her grades. As I saw this problem emerge, I decided to take action and get very tough with my daughter. I told her that unless she gets a certain GPA and so many credit hours, that I was going to pull her out of this great school and put her into a state school from private to state. For the record, there's nothing wrong with the state schools. It just happens to be that a private school that she was getting cost a lot more money than a state school. And as a wise businessman that I think I am, as I've explained to my daughter, I like to get a reasonable return on my investment. This is what I explained to Nicole. As you can imagine, I became the devil himself in my daughter's mind. She stopped speaking to me. She would stop responding to my texts, and if she did, it was one or two words. Oh, some of you parents, you know what I went through and going through? Exactly. What was different was that I was being very hard on her because there was no room to be soft. Her future depended on it. Well, thank God the outcome to this story is a good one, because she began to take real serious her schoolwork, and this past semester, she hit it out of the park. Pretty cool. I'm glad to be able to share this message with you, because as you can imagine, parents out there, I was hurting. Well, as Christmas rolled around these holidays, she and I enjoyed wonderful times together, and she said something to me that forever changed me. She said, quote, "Dad, you weren't tough enough on me early on. If you were, I wouldn't have been in this predicament." Can you imagine hearing that? Well, that's what she said. Personally, I find it very difficult to be hard on my daughter, as I'm sure many parents do. But if we're not tough on them, then we don't prepare them for the real world. Because as we all know, if you've lived long enough, it can be a very cold and cruel world. I risked my daughter not speaking to me, which she didn't, and her telling me things like, "I hate you," which she did. All of this in an effort to get her focused on getting better, more acceptable grades. So leaders and parents, the only way you're going to be able to get tough on the people you love and those you lead is when they know deep down inside that you have their best interests at heart and that you're willing to risk being disliked. The first person that we must be tough on is ourselves. In fact, while I was dictating this message, Mark Zipper, my close friend, gave me this little input because he thought it was very important, and he was right. Got to be tough on ourselves. Second, we can then be tough on others. I always say to the people around me who work for me, I'd rather have you hate me right now and be very successful down the road than love me and be broke. Hard or soft, you decide, parents, leaders, and when you decide to be tough, you'll be entering your very best life along with everyone on your journey. That's the message today, gang. Be strong, be tough. It'll pay off in the long run. See you tomorrow in the locker room. Bye-bye.
Share the inspiration. The Daily Locker Room Day by Day workbook makes a great gift. With daily messages and interactive exercises, your friends and family will most certainly live their very best life. Oh, and be sure you have one for yourself. Order today at dailylockerroom.com.